All right, party people, we are back for episode 5, Love is Blind season 4. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So for Love is Blind, we going episode by episode, gets its own dedicated video. All right, so if you enjoy anything that you see in this video, please hit that like button, y'all. Like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video. If you truly enjoyed it, go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you can rock with me each and every time I post a video for Love is Blind or any of the other shows that I recap. Let's get it, all right? So this episode starts off with the ladies, everybody kind of are hanging out. And this is where we unfortunately find out that Jackie is two-faced. Tiffany, I'm telling you now, do not trust her. Don't trust her. Don't tell her nothing. Do not trust Jackie. Jackie is two-faced. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed in Jacquelina's two-facedness of it all. I'm hurt, all right? So Jackie, Tiffany, and Micah are talking. Jackie and Tiffany are telling Micah that, Chelsea was very upset. She felt the way about you and Kwame's conversation. And Micah was like, well, what did she say? I mean, it would make me feel uncomfortable too. So Jackie was like, girl, Chelsea was doing a lot. If she wanted your man, she would have took your man. I said, don't do that. Don't do that, because you were the main one sitting up in Chelsea's face just saying how, what Kwame was doing is wrong and how you wouldn't stand for it. Don't trust Jackie, Tiffany. Telling you now. So then Micah was like, yeah, girl, you ain't gonna take nobody. We're not gonna start off the video on an aggressive note. Okay? So they then said that Zach is weird, and they said that Bliss dodged a bullet because Irina hates her dude, which she does. So then we go over to Zach and Paul. So Zach and Paul are talking over to the side. Did I do a picture for them? Nope. So Zach and Paul are talking over to the side, and Paul is saying how Micah is super particular about everything, where it's placed, all that type of stuff, and he's just not. Zach said that I think Irina is a good human, but she just does things that are effed up and she doesn't realize it. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. You know that you picked bad. You know that you made the wrong choice. You know that Bliss was right and you're just not a good judge of character. And instead of you just admitting that and being like, man, you're trying to tell this girl who has all but been terrible to you that she's a good human still? Bye, Zach, because I will not ever feel bad for you. Not gonna happen. We then find out that Marshall hooked up Brett and Tiffany. So Brett is saying that when Marshall came back from a date with Tiffany, he was like, nah, it's not going to work for me. We're on different, whatever. He was like, but that's a good woman. You should go after that. And Brett said his very next date was with Tiffany. And look at us now. Look at us. Rooting for somebody, okay? We have a couple to root for. So we see Paul and Irina talking. Now, this is the second time that they have had a very personal close talking conversation, and I don't like it. Ain't Micah supposed to be your homegirl? So she tells him that you are totally my type and the type of guy that I would go after. Girl, bye. I am so sick of Irina. So we then move on to Chelsea and Kwame because everybody is like, why aren't they here? They didn't come because Chelsea had to check that ass in and remind Kwame whose finger you put that ring on. Don't disrespect her in front of all these people. Don't. They're back at the room and Chelsea wants to know, why did you have to go talk to her in that exact moment? Kwame was like, I had to, bro. I had to address the failed proposal moment. No, you didn't. You could have paid that bitch dust. You wanted to go over there and talk to her because you like her. You like her. You like her more than you like Chelsea. You're more attracted to Micah more than you are physically attracted to Chelsea. So Chelsea said, you need to think about how your actions affect me. Because if you felt that comment was inappropriate, you should have addressed it in the moment and not took her over to the side. So he said, well, you have to trust that when I do things, that there is a serious reason and intent behind it if this ever happens again. She said, it won't. It won't. There's no reason for it to happen again. There's no reason for it to. So Kwame said that we addressed it, and then we did do a little laughing afterwards. And Chelsea is like, nah, y'all weren't just addressing it, y'all was laughing and talking. It was a key over there. She said after you addressed it with her, then that should have been the end. He's like, just get up and walk away. Yes. Yes, get your big lanky ass up and walk away. Go back over by your fiance. It's not a hard concept. Nothing she's saying is foreign. Ooh, Kwame. Lord have mercy. So Kwame was like, look, well, we had a connection and we were genuinely deep into it. She knows that. Stop talking to Chelsea like she dumb. Stop trying to act like she is in the wrong because she feels that you should not disrespect her. Oh, ugly ass. So Kwame said that he just wanted to get closure. They didn't get closure the way that they left things. That's your fault. That's your fault. You should have got that closure in those pods. So Chelsea asked, why didn't y'all have it then? He was like, I think I just overreacted. She said, okay, did you get your closure tonight? And he was like, I got, I don't think I fully got closure. I said, oh, bye, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir. Absolutely not. So he said that he's good where he is now, lying through them big ass teeth. Lying through his teeth. So she then said, would you rather be with her? And instead of him honestly being like, yes, because that's what you want, and breaking it off and not pulling Chelsea through the mud, he was like, no, not for a second. I said, bye, sir. So she tells him, she said, okay, if you've gotten the closure, let it go and walk away. Leave Micah where she is. Let's move forward so we can get to a better place in, where we're trying to do in our future. If y'all hear a dog howling, it's the dog that lives beneath me. Because he is going ham all of a sudden. All right, so then we get over to Jackie and Marshall. They are having like a little date situation in the pool. They're talking about how it was like meeting everybody. Jackie is asking him, like, how do you think everybody looks? He was like, everybody looks the way that they looks. Everybody is attractive and beautiful to someone else. Great answer. He was like, but I think I got the best. Great follow-up. So they start talking about how, like, the different connections. And Marshall is like, he thinks Brett and Tiffany have the strongest connection out of everybody. And she's like, deeper than ours. I don't want to dislike Jackie. I don't want to dislike Jackie. I don't. I don't want to dislike Jackie, but I feel like I'm going to. I really feel like I'm going to. So they then start talking about Zach and Irina, and Jackie was like, he's weird. Keep him away from me. And Irina's a weirdo too. She's a peasant. I said, you was just defend. Jackie is two-faced, y'all. Jackie is two-faced. Irina is weird. Absolutely. Zach is weird. Absolutely. But Jackie is two-faced. And there's something going on with her. It is something not right with Jacquelina. We're going to get to the bottom of this. So then we have our shining star, our gold star couple. Brett and Tiffany are hanging out by the beach. So she's talking about how lucky she is to have him. He feels like he's lucky to have her. We find out that they consummated their relationship last night. She said she was having flashbacks, honey. I said, all right. So Tiffany said that initially going into the pod, she was worried about people judging her for her age, but she knows that she is thriving in life. Brett said that she is already adding value to his life. He's so blessed and happy and lucky to have her. So they talk about, are they worried about living together? She said, no, she's not. She said she's more curious to see what's going to happen with like their friends and family and that type of stuff. We have faith in y'all. Please don't disappoint and embarrass me. Don't. Micah and Paul take like an ATV, like buggy type off-roading situation. And they go to this like really pretty cave where the water is so clear you can see clean down to the bottom. And they're trying to figure out, are those sharks? Are those catfish? Are those like baby? What are those? She was like, "Oh Lord, I don't want to get in because I don't want it to touch me." And I was her. I can't swim. Don't judge me. I can't swim, so one, I wouldn't have been in that cave without a life vest. But two, I don't want to be one with nature that much. So they get in, they have a little cute moment. It's great. Nothing too much to see there. We then get to Kwame and Chelsea. They are at a ceremony, and Kwame said, "Did you know what? I woke up and I did not feel great about what happened last night." So he apologizes to Chelsea and tells her, "I was wrong. I did not take into account your feelings with Micah. I should have come to you, talked it out with you, talked my feelings through, and then maybe we could have, I could have let you know that I'm going to go talk to Micah about this, but it should have been communicated with you." She said, "I am one with nature. I have meditated. I forgive you." I said, "Chelsea, you're going to be forgiving that man the duration of your relationship because he's going to keep disrespecting you because you're not really putting your foot down with him." But all right. Then we get to this clown. So Irene and Zach are hanging out in a cabana. She asks him if her feeling blah right now is bringing him down. He was like, "No, it's normal." And then he cleaned it up and was like, "No one is 100% every day." She says she feels bad because she feels like she's been closed off to him. She was like, "In case you didn't notice, girl, shut up. That man told you were closed off to him the night before." So she said that she's been tossing and turning. She couldn't sleep. Irina said in her confessional that she thinks talking to Paul, the conversations that they're having, has her thinking, "I haven't had these conversations with Zach." She feels rejuvenated, energized, inspired when she talks to Paul, who is her homegirl's fiance. So Zach tells her that he likes her, but he cannot get her to invest. He wants a family. He wants a wife. He wants somebody that is going to not only support him, but wants to be supported back. He wants a familial unit that is going to be composed of two people that truly love each other, that like each other, that want to be in this thing together and are dedicated to working on their relationship. That is not her. While he's doing this, she puts a damn pillow over his head, over her head, and was like, "Keep talking, I'm listening." If I was Zach, Zach should have got up and walked away. And that should have been it. That should have been it in that moment. That is so disrespectful. You can't even sit and listen to this man. So he then asked her, "Are you still in? Do you even want to be in?" She was like, I don't know. He was like, "Because I feel like you don't want to be in, you're not trying, whatever." She was like, "You're not wrong about all those things." He then tells her, "Look, if I'm not your type and you can't get past that, then we don't need to go any further. Because, like, let's stop wasting everybody's time." And then he said, "I'm not going to chase you." And she was like, "You're not?" He was like, "And I know you want me to, but I'm not going to chase you. So either you're in or you're not." And then she hides deeper into the pillows again. And I can't wait until I don't have to see her crater face on this screen again. And I have tried not to talk about that woman's complexion. And I've tried not to talk about her skin. But she has her fucking nerves to be talking about somebody's looks when you are insecure yourself. You are treating that man horribly for no reason. For absolutely no reason. Ridiculous. And that's why you should have never did what you did to Bliss to try to win him over, because this was all a game to you. Irina never really liked him. She just couldn't bear the fact that this other woman that she's intimidated by, that she probably feels is prettier than her, is more intelligent than her, she feels a way that she might get the dude, the one guy that's been paying attention to her. That's what that is. And now this heifer's gonna go after her quote unquote best friend's man. Get the fuck. Oh my God. So we're at another group hangout. So we have Kwame, Brett, and Marshall. They're talking about how telling people that they love them is something that black men don't do that often. And Brett is saying how he wants to continue pouring into Tiffany and reminding her that he loves her, telling her that he loves her, expressing that, because for so often he did not do that with other people. So he's saying how when he gets off the phone, like with his dad, he doesn't always say, I love you when, sometimes he wants to or he's waiting for his dad to do it. Marshall is the same way. He said that he has had some friends that have passed on and no longer here, and he wishes he would have told them, I love you, bro. I love you. And he's telling, like Marshall says, we need to set the example right here, right now on TV, that it is okay for Black men to tell their friends and other family members, I love you, and it's okay. Let's set the precedent. And I said, what a word. We love to see it. Kwame didn't have nothing constructive to add, but we love to see the representation. So Chelsea is telling Tiffany and Jackie that she made it very clear to Kwame that he can have the world with me or he can go on and be with her. It's very simple. I said, okay. So Jackie then calls Micah a lone bitch and was like, when she's with freaking Frack. And I said, so do you like Micah or not, Jackie? Do you like Micah or not? Or do you like Chelsea or not? Like, what's going on, Mike? I mean, what's going on, Jackie? What's T girl? What's really going on here? So they're pointing out how Micah's not really vibing with anybody. And then Irina truly has no friends but Micah. So it's I'm so disappointed in Jackie. Like, I can't even begin to explain how disappointed I am. It's fascinating to see somebody be this two-faced just in living color. What? So then we get another intense Zach scene where he's staring like this. But we have Zach talking to Paul. Zach tells Paul that he told Irina he needs to know if she is in or out, point blank. Paul asks, so do you think that you would want to explore things with Bliss? I said, leave my good sis Bliss out of this. Leave her out of this. You didn't pick her, so stand in your choice. So Zach said he doesn't know. He feels that Bliss deserves to be with somebody that chooses her and does. He then said that he went with his gut and with his heart, and he might have made the wrong decision. You did. So Paul said that he's questioning his decision with Amber now. I said, I am just, this is why I feel that they should not meet these other people. You can question your decision, fine. But the fact that you're like somebody else that you like or had a connection with is right there in front of you makes it just like, it makes it horrible for everybody. It just does. So we see Kwame once again whining about Micah's irrelevant thin-haired ass to Brett and Marshall again. And he was like, I sugarcoated my words, but you are the company you keep. And I should have knew what time it was with her when she was with Irina. Nobody likes Irina. Imagine being on the show and not one person likes you, but one. One person likes you. Out of this ensemble of 10 people, you have one friend in here. Your damn fiance don't even like you. Micah and Irina are talking to the side, and Micah fears that there's weird tension with her and Chelsea. Of course it is. You were just holding hands and yucking it up with her fiance. Of course there's weird tension. So she feels like Kwame is being very reserved with her, and she said it feels kind of like performative. Like they're all over each other, and, it's whatever. I have a guy. I have someone. Okay. So Chelsea is talking to Kwame. They're hanging out. And Micah's like, I want to go talk to Chelsea and clear the air. Girl, what? So she's giving me Jessica vibes. So Micah goes over, clears the air with Chelsea. Micah was shocked at how upset Kwame was about the statement. She thought it was just a joke. They get ready to really get into it, and it starts raining, and everybody starts running for cover, and that's the end of that. So Paul and Micah get back to their room, and Micah is like, man, we were just starting to get into it, and we were just starting to get into it and just starting to like really get somewhere with some progress, and it rains all of a sudden. So Paul is like, yeah, I was talking to Zach, and he was like, I was asking him about him and Irina, and he was just kind of saying how, things aren't going the greatest with him. So he was like, I then asked, about Bliss and if he still thinks Irina is the right choice for him. And Micah was like, what does Bliss have to do with this? And Paul is like, well, I know what it means and how it feels, and I understand the mindset of wondering if you made the wrong decision. I said, yes, because both of y'all did. Both Paul and Zach made the wrong decision. So Micah is looking all screwed up in the face because she just knew that Paul was feeling her. And he then says that Zach is basically saying that if they don't get it together tonight, then he's going to end it. And Micah's like, he's just going to end it? Yeah. Yeah, your homegirl's going to get dumped. She's going to get her face cracked. He's going to end it. Yes. It's not a hard concept to understand Micah. So we get this very cringe scene with Irina and Zach. They're sitting back in their room, far opposite sides of the bed. I want to know what was like their room assignments, because we've seen some people have some really nice rooms, and then we see some people look like they have like little shacks. So we're seeing a mix of beds here. That's all I'm saying. So Irina tells him that, tomorrow when we get on the plane, if we can help it, we shouldn't sit by each other. I said, oh, girl. She said, because we need some space and we're going to end up just resenting each other. So she then says that she realizes, every time she talks to Paul, that she feels inspired and excited when she's not having that same reaction or those same conversations with Zach. And Zach was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it. That's about it for me. That's about it for me. Irina said, I still think that you're a great guy and, you're a dork, but I love it and I don't have any regrets. Zach said, that don't make sense, okay? And do you want to know why? And she was like, no, because I'm not going to sit here and pinpoint everything I don't like about you. I'm a jerk. I've been a jerk to you. I know that. I acknowledge that. And I hope that you get to see Bliss. I really feel bad about this now, but I'm happy we got to try. And he was like, but you haven't tried, and this has been downright horrible. So Zach is in his confessional, and he's saying how he chose the one by following his gut, and now he knows that he made the wrong choice, but it was his choice to make. The signs were all there. Zach, no one feels sorry for you. The signs were all there. And you took the fact that Bliss said that she didn't like Irina, which Irina never said, I don't like Bliss. But you took the fact that Bliss did not like Irina, and you chose that to say that, you chose that to mean that Irina is just a good person that's misunderstood. So they're like brushing their teeth and stuff together. And she was like, I was going to leave you. He tells her, I was going to leave you, on date 3. And she said, well, I was going to leave you as soon as I saw you. I said, wow. So you just wanted the free trip. Okay. Cool. She said, but she wanted to give him a chance and at least try. But like, you didn't try though. So she then asks about Bliss and what he thinks now. And he tells her, like, maybe you should have went with Paul. And she would say, yeah, I've been thinking about him. That is your friend's fiance. The only friend you have on here. Probably the only friend you have in the world, if we're being honest. Oh, Irina. So then we get Kwame and Chelsea. They're having another conversation about the whole Micah situation. Kwame is saying that he's glad that, Micah came up to her. Not to me. She wanted to talk to you. Shut up. Micah really has no reason to come over by y'all. None whatsoever. So then they kind of run through all the couples and who they think are going to make it, whatever. Kwame is like, if Brett and Tiffany don't make it, I'm going to have an aneurysm. Dramatical, and for what? Then we get this horrific scene. I was horrified, mortified, and so irritated that Bliss agreed to meet up with Zach. You get your fucking nerve. Like I said again, if you are crying and you have that visceral reaction to having to break up with somebody, you shouldn't be breaking up with that person. That's who you should have picked. Because I don't for one moment believe that if Zach was breaking up with Irina, he would have that same reaction. So they sit down and he tells her, I made the wrong choice. You know I made the wrong choice. I know I made the wrong choice. And that's how that ends. The preview for the next 3 episodes, chaos. Pure unadulterated chaos. It's so much going on with these couples over the next 3 episodes. I will be here for each and every one. So if you have not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future recaps. And I will catch you guys in the next one.